Here's segment number 14 of Imaxination1980's birthday special. We're going to try Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the SNES. We just played Jeopardy for the SNES and we won $16,000. Let's see how we do in this game. Begin as we take on Liz and Rob. Here we go, the Jeopardy round. We have these categories: dogs, golf, dance history, British royalty, Holland, and finally, literature. Okay. Alright, here we go. British royalty 100.
The answer is...
When George VI became King of England, she was second in line to the throne. And it was Princess Margaret. British royalty 200.
The answer is...
Settled in the mid-1700s, Charlotte, North Carolina was named for the German wife of this King of England. Rob, do you have an answer? George III, correct. That gets Rob on the board with $200 in cash, and he makes the next selection. Dogs, 100.
The answer is...
Many puppies of this black and white spotted breed are born deaf. What are Dalmatians? I'll take dogs for 200.
The answer is...
The cattle dogs that followed this empire's legions evolved into the Rottweiler. What was the German Empire? No, let's say the Roman Empire. Let's say it was the Roman Empire. That's right. Good thing I did. Dogs 300.
The answer is...
Beagles and Harriers were fled to chase and flush out these mammals. What are rabbits? I'll take dogs for 400.
The answer is...
You have them all over your body, but a dog has them only in the pads of its feet and its nose. What are sweat glands? Dogs for 500.
The answer is...
The name for this type of dog is from the Old French for Spaniard. What's a Spaniel? Okay, well done in the dogs category. British royalty 300.
The answer is...
This prince, a skilled organist, composed an anthem sung at his wife's jubilee. Liz. Prince Albert. Dance history 100.
The answer is...
In the 11th and 14th centuries, it was the macabre place where a danse macabre was performed. Oh. It was a cemetery. Oh, yeah. Correct. Rob and Liz are tied at $300 each for second place. Alright, we're going to Holland for 100. Alright.
The answer is...
The clue. In Holland, he's known as Sinterklaas, who is Santa Claus. Holland 200.
The answer is...
The Holland Herald is this airline's in-flight magazine. What is KLM Royal Dutch Airlines? I'll have Holland for 300, please.
The answer is
At Club and More in Amsterdam, you can watch these being made. What are wooden shoes? Holland 400.
the answer is
The hat colors of porters of this food at the Akbar market indicate the guild they work for. What is cheese? Holland 500.
the answer is
There we go. Aruba separated from this island group in 1986 and will be fully independent in 1996. What are the Netherlands Antilles? And I ran that category. We're up to $3,000. I'll have Dance History 200.
the answer is
The record for one of these is held by a couple who danced from August 29th, 1930 to April 1st, 1931. It is a dance marathon. Oh, yeah. Okay. Golf 100.
the answer is
Also known as Supermax, he once wore top hat and tails to play in a tournament. Rob. Lee Trevino. Oh, yeah. Dance History 300.
the answer is
6 of her German students, the Isidorables, toured the U.S. after World War I. Who is Isadora Duncan? Dance History 400.
the answer is
Courtly, elegant dance abandoned when the waltz hit European dance halls about 1769. It's the minuet. Yep. Dance History 500.
the answer is
Latin chain dance introduced in the 1930s that goes like this. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. What is the conga? That's right. I'll take golf for 200.
the answer is
Born in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, this popular pro did his military service in the Coast Guard. I'm going to try this one and say it was Arnold Palmer. It was Arnold Palmer. Literature 1.
the answer is
This native of Bengal served with the Imperial Police and wrote about a police state in 1984. Who is George Orwell? Oh, George, I put George Wall. Oh no! Why did I do that? Ugh. I meant to put George Orwell, not Wallace. And I had said Orwell out loud too. Sorry, folks. I gotta start paying attention. Golf 300.
the answer is
All right, here we go. Here we go. It is generally agreed that golf originated in this country. What is Scotland? We'll try literature 200, and I hope I get the clue right and I'm paying
The
attention.
answer is
The first line of this story is the Red Death has devastated long devastated the country. The Mask of the Red Death. Oh yeah. Okay. Whew. British royalty 400.
the answer is
Controversial last Yorkist king. He died on the field of battle August 22nd, 1485. Richard III. British royalty for 5. There's the daily double. And she's going to go all 1,200 on this clue in British royalty. This tragic queen's third husband was James Hepburn, and Kate Hepburn played her in a 1936 film, and it's Mary Stuart. Going right to $2,400. We have 5 clues left. Literature 300.
the answer is
In this work, the wife of Bath is a gap-toothed, loose-tongued woman in scarlet stockings. Rob? It's the Canterbury Tales. Yep. Job. Go 400.
the answer is
In 1978, she won $190,000 and was chosen Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year. Liz. Nancy Lopez, which is correct. Golf 500.
the answer is
If you've ever wondered, his nickname comes from his initials, F-U-Z, who is Fuzzy Zoller. Correct. Literature for the next clue available.
the answer is
This Edna Ferber novel is partially set on the Cotton Blossom Floating Palace Theater. Nope, Liz doesn't know. Oh, Showboat.
the answer is
His poems include The Banks of Doon, A Man's a Man for a That, and Highland Mary. Robert Burns. And at the end of the Jeopardy round, I'm out front with $4,700. Liz is $2,400. Rob, $2,000. So Rob goes first in Double Jeopardy. Here we go.
here are the categories.
And they are celebrity marriages, fashion, pioneer life, famous folks, lyrics, and finally we'll close it with world religion. Ooh, that's a tough category right there to deal with, but I don't go first. So let's get this round started. Lyrics 200.
the answer is
So there. According to the song, it's that toddling town. What is Chicago? I'll have lyrics for 400.
the answer is
The last line of the Rogers and Hart song is each day is Valentine's Day. What is my funny Valentine? Lyrics 600.
The answer is
Just an old sweet song keeps this date in my mind. What is Georgia? Georgia. That's how one of my coworkers sings Georgia. Anyways, that's another song altogether. Lyrics 800.
the answer is
When I dream about the moonlight on this river, then I long for my Indiana home. What is the Wabash? We'll go lyrics 1,000.
the answer is
The song All of Me says, take my lips, I want to lose them. Take these, I'll never use them. What are my words? Or what are my arms? How about my arms? Good thing I changed my answer. Ha ha! I'll have celebrity marriages for 200.
the answer is
This Oscar winner married two actresses, Dixie Lee and Katharine Grant. Who's Bing Crosby? Celebrity marriages 400.
the answer is
This Olympic gold medalist was once married to the late Dean Paul Martin. Who's Dorothy Hamill? We'll have celebrity marriages for 600.
the answer is
Bruce Willis is married to this star of A Few Good Men and Indecent Proposal. He hasn't been for years. Who is Demi Moore? Celebrity marriages 800.
the answer is
In 1981, David and Elizabeth Emanuel became world famous as designers of her wedding gown. Who is Princess Diana? Celebrity marriages for 1,000.
the answer is
Here we go. She was the widow of Florence Ziegfeld when she played a witch in The Wizard of Oz. Who is Billy Burke? Good for 1,000. We're up to $10,700. I'll have famous folks 200.
the answer is
His real name was Eric Hilliard Nelson. Hilliard was his mother's stage name. Who is Ricky Nelson? I'll have famous folks 400. Daily double. All in. Most of the songs she sang on her Broadway album were written by Stephen Sondheim. Who is Barbara Streisand? Famous folks for 6.
the answer is
Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis was an editor of the singer's autobiography, Moonwalk. Who's Michael Jackson? $800.
the answer is
Star witness in Top Gun, who now owns a restaurant in Key West, Florida. Who's Kelly McGillis? And famous folks 1,000.
the answer is
Stedman Graham is her steady boyfriend. Who's Oprah Winfrey? There we go. 24-2. How about fashion for 200?
The answer is.
And the answer there is... These calf-length women's pants of the 1950s were named for their original use. Cycling. What are pedal pants? That's not right? Oh, I think I just figured it out. They are pedal pushers. Oh. Son of a biscuit. Oh well, keep going. Fashion for 400.
The answer is.
Answer there. Women's Wear Daily coined the name for these very brief, tight-fitting shorts in 1970. What are hot pants? How about fashion for 600?
The answer is.
Since this family once had a salary in Italy, equestrian bags, markets, accessories. What is Gucci? Fashion 800.
The answer
$25,000 right now. This overcoat with a removable cape got its name from a city in Scotland. Liz. Oh, I think I just figured it out. It's an Inverness. Yeah, I just figured it out, but too late. Fashion 1000.
The answer is.
Okay. In the 1960s, this former head designer for Dior introduced the pantsuit to high fashion. Rob. Yves Saint Laurent. And that puts Rob and Liz tied for second place, but they both trail me by more than $20,000 each. What is it going to be, Pioneer Life or World Religion? World Religion 200.
The answer is.
Answer there. In Hebrew, this word literally means fit, as in fit to be eaten. What is kosher? I'll have World Religion for 400.
The answer is.
The holy day of the week in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. What is Saturday? World Religion for 600.
The answer is.
Biblical event commemorated by the taking of communion in Christian ceremonies. What is the Last Supper? World Religion for 800.
The answer is.
European mercenaries of the 15th and 19th century that now exist only to protect the Pope. Who are the Swiss Guard? The Swiss Guards, I should say. That's right. World Religion for 1,000.
The answer is.
Every good Muslim is expected to make one of these pilgrimages to Mecca once in his life. What is a... one of these pilgrimages to Mecca once in his life? What is a... It's not coming to me. Forgot. A Hajj with double J. Okay. Alright, we know that other Daily Doubles in the category of Pioneer Life. Is it in the $200 clue?
The answer is.
No, it's not. Okay. Good. Between 1775 and 1800, more than 200,000 pioneers went through this gap in the Appalachians. What is the Cumberland Gap? 400.
The answer is
American Express Company was the eastern predecessor of this mail and stagecoach firm. What is Wells Fargo? Pioneer Life or 600?
the answer is
Out there. Most of the cooking was done in this oven, a thick three-legged skillet with a lid. What is a Dutch oven? $800. There it is. Let's try for $2,800. For an even $30,000, here's the clue in Pioneer Life. On the treeless prairies, the typical home was made of this material. What is logs? No. It was sod. Sod. Now the last clue.
the answer is
In 1846, the Mormons left Nauvoo in this Midwestern state and began their trek to Utah. Rob. It was in Illinois. So at the end of Double Jeopardy, Rob and Liz are tied at $4,200 each, but I'm out front with $24,400, and we're about to play Final Jeopardy. Let's get to that category. Famous folks. Okay. 600 only. His real name was Eric Hilliard Nelson. Hilliard was his mother's stage name. Who is Ricky Nelson? That's going to put me at $25,000 in cash.
Final Jeopardy answer is
It was indeed Rick Nelson, but they'll take my answer. Now let's find out from the computer players. Did Liz come up with Rick Nelson? Yes, she did, so she will go up to $6,400. Did Rob come up with Rick Nelson? Yes, he did. He goes to $7,400, and I also said the same thing. So I win $25,000, and I'll see you all for that next segment.